You're too old for this show. Who? Did someone check IDs? Did you know what this show was about? You've seen it before? Oh my, see, I appeal to a wide demographic. That's fantastic. Did you, oh my God, and you come back, where did you see it?
Near Brixton.
Oh, near Brixton. Oh, that gig. Oh my God, that gig was my tech, he was high, it was on acid when I showed up, but it was good in the end. That ice cream truck keeps showing up, doesn't it? This venue's right next to a school. We'll just wait for that to pass while I remember the next bit.
Start clapping your hands, whoop and cheer like crazy, and please welcome to the stage, Finlay Christie!
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the show. This show is about being a young person. It's a positive show about being a young person because it's great, isn't it? It's great. It's great. I love it. You know, like the way I see it, you know, like men don't have the best rep at the moment. Men are trash, right? These men are trash. But boys are more, oh, boys. Yeah. Oh, boy, you're having a party. Oh, there's going to be boys there. Yeah. Boys are just men who get away with stuff. Really. They are. Like, if a man is bad, he's a bad man. If a boy is bad, he's a bad boy. Come on. Man boobs, you know, oh, annoying. Man boobs. Boy boobs, not even a thing. Come on. It's a boy. Congratulations. It's a man. Allegations. Landlord. No. Fuck. Landlord. No, why landlord? The landlord's coming. Oh. Landlord. Rent boy. Okay. Not hurting anyone, the rent boy. It's great. You can be a fuck up if you're a young person. That's what's great about it. You can be a fuck up. I got battered the other week for my birthday. Right? When I woke up, I realised I'd vomited on the carpet. Instinctively, I was like, oh, what am I doing? I'm a mess. I need to sort my life out. I remember I'm 24. I was like, wait, no, I don't. Come on. Let's go. The thing I hate, the thing I'm dreading about becoming a proper adult is every stage of life, there's more responsibility than the last stage. Like, I wish I could be a kid again. That's the lowest level of responsibility, you know, being a kid. No one expects anything of you. Nothing bad happens to you when you're a kid. It's just fun being a kid. You know, because soft play centres, they've always got kid in the name. Because they're fun. They're all called like Kids Palace. Kids Mania. You couldn't call a place Child Palace. That's Epstein-y Child Palace. Kids Mania, fun soft play centre, Child Mania. That's a diagnosis. I'm sorry, your son has child mania. There's nothing. Children go missing. They do. Have you seen this child? Oh no. This child's gone missing. Replace child with kid. Have you seen this kid? This kid is sick. Replace kid with child. This child's sick. So, I know. But this is why you can't be a fuck up when you get, you know, become a proper adult, because if you're still messing about, you know, you hit your 40s, you become a man-child, and that's... It doesn't get much worse than that, guys. Every stage, more responsibility than the last stage. The first big one for me, where I had to really take life, where I was supposed to take life seriously, was uni, applying for uni, right? My school made me apply for Oxford University, right? I know, and I didn't prepare for it at all, and it turns out it's pretty competitive. Very competitive. So competitive, right? The same year that I applied for politics at Oxford, Malala applied for the same uni, the same course as me. Malala, world famous political activist, youngest Nobel Prize winner ever, applied for the same uni, the same course as me. So, do you want to guess who got in there? I'll give you a clue. When I wrote my personal statement, right, I actually put in a quotation from Malala. Malala's entire personal statement's a quotation from Malala, which is a bit lazy, but whatever, you know. At first I was annoyed, then I realised, you know, actually, it's a lot of pressure on her to do well. She campaigned for education so hard for so long. Now she's at uni, she can't slip up. She can't. I've got a mate who's on her course. Apparently one day, she didn't come to a lecture, and everyone was like, oh shit. Malala fell off, man. Malala's skipping lectures. She peaked too early, man. She went straight for the Nobel Prize. Rookie error. Not me, no Nobel Prize. I'm playing the long game. Turned out the reason she missed the lecture is because she was having lunch with Obama. Now, I've missed a lot of lectures. I've never had an excuse like that. And I wouldn't need one if I was Malala, right? If I was Malala, I'd wake up at uni every morning, look up at the book I wrote, because it's on my shelf, and I'd read the title. I am Malala. And I'd be like, that's right, bitch. I am Malala, and Malala deserves a lie-in. I wouldn't even have an alarm clock. No, I deserve to be left in Nobel peace. Don't you? That's a amazing joke. A lot of social pressure. First year of uni. When I was in my first year of uni, I was quite an anxious kid. Didn't like the social pressure. I used to hang around with this guy who was a lot more confident than me. Right? A lot more sociable. This American guy. And he'd always try and get me to come out with him to play drinking games with him. He'd be like, hey man, like, you and I, we're going to get together, we're going to get some girls, we're going to play some drinking games, we're going to have a good time. Right? And there's something about an American accent, isn't there? Just something about it, right? You just hear it and you go, shut up. I'll play a game if you just shut up. Like, I feel like Brits, we have a weird relationship with Americans. I definitely do, because so many Americans I idolise, so many athletes, actors, musicians I look up to. But when I meet an American who's not famous, I'm like, what's the point? What? How can you be American and not famous? You're from the land of opportunity. Land some opportunities, right? If you're American and you're not famous, you're just Canadian to me. I don't care. He got me to come out, he got me to play this drinking game called One Truth, One Lie. If you've never played this game, the way it works, you go around in a circle, everyone says one truth and one lie, and everyone else has to guess which is which. Now, anxious kid at the time, it got to me, I hadn't thought of anything, I'm not a very good liar. I freaked out. I was like, one truth, one lie. I have a micro penis. And I'm black. Anyone want to guess? Or It's alright, neither did they. One girl was nice. She was like, oh, is that what, on your mum's side or your dad's side? The other big pressure of first year is Freshers' Fair. I feel like that's a lot of pressure. You've got to go around, look at all the clubs and societies, find the thing you're going to be interested in for the rest of your life. I don't think there's enough stalls at Freshers' Fair. They need to have a stall for every single interest you could possibly have. I want to see every nation represented at Freshers' Fair. I've written a list of societies that I think should have existed at my uni. Guam Society. Are you from the island nation of Guam? Or just passionate about Guamanian culture? The hustle and bustle of London got you hankering for those Guamanian home comforts, such as the hordes of spiders and snakes that have decimated Guam's avian population. Come say what Guam? At Guam Society. That's the real flag of Guam, by the way. It's a beach in a vagina. The name of the country's written on the... Anyway, sorry. Gets me annoyed. Bishop Rock Society. I love this bit. Are you from Bishop Rock? The smallest island in the world. The hustle and bustle of London got you hankering for those home comforts, such as the lighthouse. Then rock on down to Bishop Rock Society. Bishop Rock Society. You're a bishop who loves rock. Or you're just looking to make some new friends. It's fine as well. And rock on down to Bishop Rock Society. Bishop Rock Society! Are you a rock? Who has been ordained to the episcopate? Or are you just looking to make some new friends? That's fine. Is this bit going on too long? Okay, that's... Oh shit, sorry. That's right, that one as well. Oh, Men's Rights Society. Unfortunately, the issue of men's rights is marred by stigma. The term men's rights often suggests a lack of male awareness and unfounded bitterness. Your uni Men's Rights Society understands that men's rights is a difficult issue to grasp, especially if you're a dumb whore. Okay. Men's rights. We're men and we're right. Okay. Oh shit, sorry. Thank you. The social aspect, it was a wash. I didn't settle in. I didn't enjoy it first year. But second year, I was like, second year, that's a good chance to reinvent myself. I mean, good chance. I was going on my year abroad. I was going to France. That's a good chance to start afresh, turn over a new leaf, right? And then a few weeks, months into my year abroad, I got an email from my uni saying, hey, there's been a pandemic. You got to come back from France. You've got to do the rest of your year abroad at your parents' house. Yeah, they said, don't worry though, don't worry. We're not going to make you pay any less than you normally pay. Because doing your year abroad at the parents' house is the same as doing it in France. And now that I know that, I have to say my parents' house is probably the worst part of France I've ever been to. Very touristy. Sucked. Online uni. Did anyone else have to do online uni? Yeah, you had to do online. What did you do online?
Well, it was mostly just humanities.
Humanity. Okay, yeah, you can do that. That's fine. You can. She's like, yeah, I agree that's so shit. You can do it online. It doesn't make any difference. The doctors, that's the ones you got to worry about. Medicine online, that's... Okay, I'm not going to the hospital. I see a surgeon my age. I'll go home. I'll just Google it. That's what they're going to do. Yeah, I had to do my year abroad. To do my year abroad at home. It sucked, man. You're supposed to have fun at uni. Online uni just defeated the point of uni. You're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to get laid at uni. Do you know how hard it is to get laid at online uni? The only time I saw my course mates was on Zoom, right? I felt like the gay best friend. Like, I'm not getting laid, but I have seen all the girls' bedrooms. So you've got to be good at sliding into the DMs if you want to get laid at online uni. Anyone here ever slid into the DMs? Sliding into the DMs, if you don't know, sending someone a private message on Instagram as a kind of romantic advance. Has anyone ever done this? It's okay. It'll never leave this room. If you have, you get in this, yeah. You get. Anyone ever wanting to admit that they've slid into the DMs at least one time? Oh, you're pointing to your friend.
Oh, no.
Okay. Have you slid into the DMs? Are you deflecting?
Oh, he's blushing, totally.
Okay. Do you have a technique? Oh, I have to ask people. When you slide, or when you message on a dating app or whatever, when you slide in, do you go straight into the app or do you draft up your messages in notes? You prep it in notes, right? This is what I mean, because when you slide in, the message has got to be perfect. It's got to have everything. It's got to be cool. It's got to be sexy. It's got to carry on the conversation. I'm going to give you guys a lesson. I'm going to teach you guys how to slide into the DMs, right? Using a case study. Over lockdown, a girl slid into my DMs. She said, thank you, she said, what you been up to today? As we know, no, I take time over my masterpieces. I was straight in the notes app, okay? Typed out not much, and I thought, I can't send this. It's not cool, it's not sexy, it's not anything. So I changed it. I thought, how can I say this, but in a cool way? I had a chill one today. You don't know, that's how you say you've done nothing in a cool way. I thought, I had a chill one today. It's cool, but it's not sexy. It's not sexy, so I changed it. Had a chill one today. Went to the gym. Right, thank you. Then I remembered, lockdown, gyms were closed. So, had a chill one today. Upset that I didn't go to the gym. Still shows I care. Then I'm looking at it thinking, hang on, upset. Upset. That's way too vulnerable. That's way too, you can't get that emotional in the DM. She'll get the ick, right? I had to change it to a more masculine emotion. Had a chill one today. Vexed. I didn't go to the gym. Vexed. That's a more masculine emotion. That's one of the two masculine emotions. Vexed and fine. Had a chill one today. Vexed. Didn't go to the gym. It's cool, it's sexy, but it's missing something. That's when I use my special move. If you don't know about this, I'm about to educate you, okay? 3 words. How about you? Guys, once you master the how about you, you can start doing it in response to every question a girl asks you. What's your name? James. That way, James. She's coming up with the questions. And she's answering them. She's talking to herself, James. Sent the message, had a chill one today. Bex, I didn't go to the gym. How about you? She replied. Same. Blocked her, and that's how it's done. Ain't got time for these fickle hoes. Come on, I'm done, I think, with DMs. Even though this is a positive show about young people, I think I'm done with DMs. I think I'm trying to find myself an older woman. Yeah. Proper old. I want a widow, guys. Menopause has mellowed her out. She's chill. She's worked out all her shit. She can focus on mine. Okay? I'm in it for the money. She's in it in case she gets locked out of her iCloud or something. I'm not even on dating apps anymore. I'm not. Now I just go to posh parts of London. Hope one of them pulls up in a limo, pink feather boa. Driver, stop the car. I'm gonna make a man out of that boy. I get in. She shows me a thing or two. I get better at sex, at life, at backgammon, you know. We're not going to argue. She's not going to bring up something I've said in an argument 2 weeks ago. She can't remember that shit. Another reason I'm tentative about, properly entering adulthood is because it doesn't seem like there's much to look forward to for the young people of today. For Gen Z, do we know this term for young people, Gen Z? We're quite different from millennials. Millennials were born into a world that promised so much but didn't deliver, right? Gen Z, we were born into a world that was just fucked, basically. And we knew it was from the start, so we have very low expectations. We're very laid back about it. We kind of have to laugh at it. Like, we know the world's going to end in our lifetimes, and we just don't really care. We don't. One girl in Sweden cared. And that made the news. We sent her around the world. Look, one of them wants to live. Look. Look at it, it's real. Poke it. Look at that. I feel like even the person who named the generation, it wasn't going to pan out for us. Like, yeah, we're going to do it alphabetically. All the older people, they're Gen X. In the middle, they're Gen Y. All the kids, they're Gen Z. I'm guessing someone at that meeting was like, hang on. What about the generation that comes after Gen Z? And they're all like, yeah, good one, Craig. As if that's happening. Come on, Craig. Time is running out for them. That's why we call their app TikTok. So, people worry about young people too much. You don't need to worry about us. We're going to be fine. All the things people worry about with young people, I think it's fine. I think the fact that we grew up with social media and smartphones, people think that might have had an impact on our mental health. And it probably has. But it's worth it. It's worth it. I love my phone. People say to me all the time, you get rid of your phone, you'll be so much happier. Whenever I hear that, I just think, yeah, but do I want to be happy? Or do I want my phone? I feel like phones are better than happiness. They're more important. Because if you're on a night out and someone loses their phone, it's a big deal. The whole night out gets put on hold. You have to find that phone. But if you're on a night out and someone said, I'm not happy, I just feel like you'd be like, okay. None of us are happy, that's why we're out. Who invited this buzzkill, man? People say, you get rid of your phone, it will help you live in the moment. Have you seen the moment? Will I be glad I'm living in the moment when I'm drunk at 4 a.m, miles away from my house, trying to get home with a compass and an ordnance survey map? What am I supposed to do if I get mugged? Sorry, I don't have a phone to give you, but are you doing a Duke of Edinburgh? 'Cause people worry about the impact of TikTok on young people. People say it's ruined young people's attention spans. Definitely has shortened young people's attention spans. I'm bored now. But I think maybe it's brought them to the correct level. Like now, I look at people who watch films as like intellectuals. I don't know if you do this. If someone says to me like, oh, I saw this film last week, I go, oh. A man of culture. Oh, you have a penchant for cinema, okay. Because I watch Netflix with my phone out, right? So I miss stuff. I miss important details. The other day, someone asked me like, oh, what did you think of the ending of Squid Game? And I had to blag it. I was like, oh, I can't believe. All along, he was a squid. I don't think I would have been happier growing up without social media and phones and the internet and stuff like that. Because I used to teach English in China, right? And they've got internet censorship over there, right? So like all these sites that we use, they're blocked by the Chinese government. I don't think They're happier in China without social media. Like in China, right, YouTube is blocked, Facebook's blocked, Google is blocked, but Bing is not blocked. Because that's how crap Bing is. The Chinese government went, hey, we're blocking these sites to restrict information. Do we need to block Bing? And someone went, no, you can't find shit on Bing. You type, what is democracy into Bing? Bing's like, oh, that's a long word. Type Tiananmen Square massacre into Bing. Bing's like, Tiananmen Square? I don't know that shape. You type, is China forcibly detaining Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang? Bing's like, mate. Google it, I don't know. Ask Jeeves, I have no idea, mate. Another reason I think young people are going to be okay, we're the most diverse generation yet. That's a great thing. Obviously, I'm not the most diverse representative of Gen Z. I understand I'm very white. Another reason I'm not very diverse, I went to a private school. People don't like private school kids. People don't like it. People think we're arrogant. We're not arrogant. We're deeply ashamed. State school kids are really the arrogant ones. Right? Give me a cheer if you went to a private school. That was the most ashamed cheer. You put your hand up. That is so private school. Give me a cheer if you went to a state school. Yeah. Cocky bastards. There we go. We got school for free. Fucking bloody communists, you guys. Guys, you don't like us. I don't know what it is, right? You're hardwired not to like us. It's just in your biology. Sorry, you guys don't do biology. It's sad. It's in your combined science. But if you think about it, right, it doesn't make sense. You know, like, why don't you like me just because my parents paid for my school, right? You know, because my parents, they're in a high tax bracket, so they paid for your school too, man. I'm joking, man. They don't pay tax. It's, guys are good. That private school section can be tough. I've had people walk out during that bit. But you guys are good. You can take it, right? You went to state school. You can take anything. Hairdressing, media studies, anything. I'm done now. I am done. That's the end of that bit. That's another thing. People say young people are sensitive. I don't agree with that. Every generation is sensitive, right? We're just sensitive about different stuff. We just have different weak points. You know, like for us, it's like pronouns. But for the older generation, it's Princess Diana. We like pronouns. The older generation like Diana. We don't understand each other. Britain loves Diana, man. Britain, they love Diana. They did a survey of Britain's favourite people. It goes Churchill, Brunel, Diana, Shakespeare, Newton, right? Gravity is less important than Diana. And it's because she did loads of charity work in Africa, which is great. But I just think if she'd done that today, it would be seen differently. You know, she'd get accused of having a white saviour complex. She'd get called a Karen. She would. Look at her haircut. She'd get called a Karen. I can say that I've got the same haircut. So obviously, like Diana, you don't know what she did. She went around Africa, sort of holding hands with children with AIDS, and it helped destigmatize the disease. And she's a big hero, especially for the gay community, because of that. And I think she should be applauded for that. Yeah, you guys don't. That's fine. It's okay. Homophobic crowd. That's okay. You guys are like, ugh, gay children. Jesus Christ. I think if she done that today, it'd be seen differently, right? In the 80s, a royal goes overseas to touch kids. She's a hero. But now, now a royal goes overseas to touch kids. He's a bad man. I'm kind of the older end of Gen Z, so I remember being at school and kind of new gender identities and stuff, and things were coming through, and I think it's more accepted now for kids at school. Back then it was still coming through. I remember pretty much everyone was accepting of it, but then some people hadn't quite got the memo yet. I remember being in a biology lesson, and this kid came out to the class as asexual. Pretty much everyone in the class was like, "Great, we see you, we're proud of you, we hear you. Well done for being who you want to be." But then one kid, cultural sensitivities hadn't filtered through to him. He said, "Yeah, you're asexual predator." Now, looking back, I shouldn't have said that, but I think young people are going to be okay. I think the fact that we don't take our future too seriously is a strength. Millennials are very serious about their future. Millennials love to be on Twitter. We cannot look away from the existential threat of climate change. I think when the apocalypse comes, Gen Z will just be making TikToks about it. Yeah, sea levels have risen because I went swimming with all this ass. Right? I think the fact that we don't take it too seriously is a strength. Comedy is what's helped me get through every stage of my life. Right? Comedy is what's helped me come to terms with, growing up and being an adult and stuff. I've been doing this a while. Right? I've been doing comedy since I was 7 years old. It may not seem like it, but I have. I've been doing it that long. I've got a video of me doing. I think I was around 8 in this video. Here we go.
Yes, I'm going to read some stuff that I made up from my brain about what lollipop ladies do on their holidays. When lollipop ladies are on holiday, they fall to the ground and say, "I'm trying to relax." Number 2, I think the Olympics shouldn't be in London because when your favourite channel is on, the ad goes, "Sorry to interrupt SpongeBob SquarePants, but the Olympics is coming on in 2012. It gets better.
I've watched the rest of it. It doesn't. But I admire that kid, right? He doesn't give a shit, that kid. Back in the day when I used to do kids gigs for this thing called the Comedy Club for Kids, right? They let you perform for family audiences when you're a kid. It was great because kids' taboo is not sex stuff like with adults' audiences. That's how you make adults laugh. Just talk about sex stuff. With kids, their taboo is like poo and wee, right? So when you talk about that stuff, they love it. My closer back in the day, I'll do it for you now, right? I was in my mum's bathroom the other day. I saw a bottle of perfume, and on the perfume it said, "De toilet." De toilet. De toilet. I'm going to bring out a brand new lotion line. It's called Yuck de Fart. Guys, if this was a room of 6-year-olds, I would have taken the roof off this place. Obviously, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed of that joke. I'm embarrassed. Well, thank you, but it's not a good joke. I'm embarrassed by that joke. Even though you like it, I'm embarrassed by that joke. But my thing is that, at least none of my heroes ever saw me do that joke. None of my idols. At least, I don't know, James Acaster never saw me do that joke.
We've got another fantastic person who's been to the Comedy Academy of Kids. So please, go wild and crazy. Let's build up the applause. What a day. stage, Finlay Christie!
The toilet.
And we've got another fantastic person.
Thank you. I'm embarrassed, but at the same time, I love that kid, because that is the true definition of being a boy rather than a man, right? That's the true essence of it. He doesn't give a shit. And every time I'm stressed about my future, about the future of me doing comedy, I just think about that kid. And it reminds me that, you know, being a boy rather than a man, not taking things too seriously is, maybe that's how you stay young forever. I don't know. What the fuck do I know? I'm 24. But maybe that's how you do it. And in the spirit of that, in the spirit of not taking things too seriously, I want to end this show with the most puerile joke I could possibly end it with. And it's also a joke I told when I was a kid. I found this video of me at my 4th birthday party, right? And in the video I'm crying, upset about getting old even then. And then someone at the party asks if anyone knows any jokes.
Who knows any jokes? Silly laugh.
Me!
Okay, let's have Finlay first.
A rabbit saw a bear coming to him, and the bear said, "It sometimes will stick to your fur," and the rabbit said yes, and the bear wipes his bottom on the bunny.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Very kind. What? Unemployed. Thank you so much for coming to this. It means the world. I've been Finlay Christie. Thank you very much. Good night.